Alright, hello everybody. I'm back. It's Cloud, and today we're playing something a little different than normal. It's going to be the first video of maybe many, depending on how well it does and how much you guys like it, of a game I like to call Awesomenauts. Now, unlike the other games you're going to see me playing, this one's not free. I got this on a Steam sale for like $2 or $3 or $4, something 2 to 4, somewhere around in there. But the game's pretty great. I like it a lot. Now, the people that will particularly enjoy this game are people that played other MOBA games, such as like League of Legends or Dota or Smite. You know, because this is the exact same concept. You know, you have a base, you have some turrets or towers. You know, and you gotta break all the towers to get to the base, and then you kill the base. Now, the major difference is that these go a lot quicker. Now, don't get me wrong, I've played them to where they lasted 35-40 minutes. But I've also played them to where they last 8 or 9 minutes. Now, you think you're going to play a game of Smite in 8 minutes, you're a little insane. And another thing is those games sometimes last up to an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know. So it's kind of a faster, more basic version of a game. You know, it's 3-on-3 team based. And I haven't really found no metas. Like, usually you got to worry about the meta. How many people go to what lane, how to rotate. You need a tanky guy. There's no real meta, you know. Because all the characters are pretty much the same statistically, you know. I mean, of course, some have more defense and such. But they can all do as much damage as the other ones. And, you know, it's just however you want to build them, really. I mean, the game's not really based on a certain meta. You just kind of play and hope everything works out. Now, right there, I didn't realize that running into the side of that worm thing would kill me. But it does. Because for those of you who do play Awesomenauts a lot, you're going to quickly realize, hey, this guy ain't got too much experience. Which is true. I haven't played the game too much. I've probably got 5 hours, 4 hours of playing time on it. I kind of like to make sure I'm going to be able to play the game before I introduce you guys to it. Because I don't want to make a video of a game I just now started. Because I was like, you know, wow, this game is so cool. I hope everyone can watch me play it. And then a video or two in, I'm kind of like, you know. I want to at least be able to make somewhere around 10 videos for a game I'm playing. And I felt like this game has enough characters and so on to keep my interest long enough to actually watch me play. Well, not exactly watch me play, but interest long enough for me to want to play it for you guys to watch. Now, there's only one thing about this game that I don't like compared to other MOBA games, and that's the fact that all the characters aren't free. Now, you can level up and get the majority of the characters, but there's like a pack called like the Star Pack or something. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it costs about $5, I think, and you get 4 extra characters with it, which I don't think any of them characters are any better than what we already have. But, you know, nonetheless, right here I probably got way too aggressive, but the way I looked at it is I'm going to kill him, the turret's going to kill me, and then I'm going to get more solar. One other thing you're going to find out about this game that's not like a lot of other MOBAs that you play is, now before I say this, you might be playing this game 5 months down the road and be like, he's wrong, it does have levels, but as of right now, the game doesn't have levels. Now, you can buy your upgrades based on solar, but you don't level up for solar. You know, you get solar from collecting it and killing creeps and or minions or bots or whatever those little things are called. Killing people, destroying turrets, like, you just pick up stuff, you know. Each of the silver ones are worth 1 and the gold ones are supposed to be worth 5, but sometimes you get like 15 if you killed somebody or whatever, you know. Now, the character I'm using right now, I think his name is like Rayanne or Rayan or something or other. I'm not 100% sure. But I like her because she's kind of like an assassin on other games, and that's usually why I like to play. You know, she kind of jumps around, can't really take much damage, but she has like that one ability that just like murders people. which I haven't got it too upgraded right now, so. Another thing I like about this game is how simple it is. You know, instead of me moving around and having to click to move or focused on all that and using 5 different keys for abilities and stuff, it's all on the mouse. You use WASD to move, A left, D right, W to jump, S to drop, because you can drop platforms. Well, certain platforms. Now, with abilities, all you have to do is you left click for your basic attack, right click for ability number 1, you click your middle scroll button for ability 3, and you press F to base, which isn't really complicated or nothing. So the game's extremely simple, has some pretty fun characters. You know, it's obviously doesn't look like a too serious game. It's more for the fun of it. You know, the game's not for, you know, the game's not like solely for grown adults who want to get competitive and win money off of it, but it's pretty fun. It's relaxing because there's not much raging done, and there's not a whole lot of, you know, slamming and cussing and so on, which, don't get me wrong, in this immature community, which is one of the bad things about it, I've had some people getting pretty mad about the game. Which, as you see, you know, there's no call-outs, there's no go to top lane, go to right lane, retreat, there's none of that, you know. The game's pretty much run around and, you know, show little hints of teamwork here and there. For the most part, though, it's not too serious, which is why I do get enjoyment out of playing, you know. It's a nice little break from slaving hours and hours and hours and hours a day trying to get good at something. Because if you're not the best, then you can't even play. Now, one of the things I like is the boards, because the boards are so interactive, you know. Certain boards have this, that, like this board, I can jump on a little thing and a big worm comes out and chomps everything in it. And there's some boards where, like, the middle of the board lights on a lot of fire. I don't know, it's just really fun. You know, it's cartoonish. Look, it's really cartoon. I mean, not saying animated as in, you know, all the games we play are animated, but as in, this game has not even given effort into trying to make you feel like it's a realistic game. Which, once again, is another reason why I like it. The biggest problem about this game is that there's no, and when I say no, I mean like none at all, matchmaking. When you first start playing the game, you can play the #1 person in the world. You know, vice versa, you can be really good and play people who never even started yet. And when you first start, you're going to have a limited number of characters. I think you get 3. And as you level up, you're going to gain more characters, which is extremely easy to level up. I legit level up like 3 times a game. Like, seriously. You know, just, if you do good and win, you level up relatively fast. Well, extremely fast, actually. And you see, like, I love that ability. I don't even know what it's called, but I know I just aim it and shoot people. It takes like half their health. I think the game definitely has some balance issues. You can tell which, I don't even know what to call them. Like, they're not gods, they're not champ. Like, are they called Awesomenauts? Is that what they're called? But all the Awesomenauts, like, you can see the same 5 or 6 that are mainly used, and you'll see them in every single game. And so the game still has some balance issues, which it's still not completely finished. They're still making changes to it and stuff. And I haven't been playing long enough to know or not, but I'm pretty sure they'll still be adding people and etc. Like, not people, Awesomenauts, I don't know what they're called, excuse me. But the game's really fast-paced. Like, you can die in a heartbeat. Like, I don't even care if you build yourself all the way defense. You just die fast. Which I do a pretty good job, I think, for someone who just started. And the game's really easy to get into. Like, I'm not kidding, the first day you play the game, you're going to do awful. Don't expect to be good. I don't even know if you should expect to get more than a kill or 2. But, you know, play the game for a few hours. Now, a few hours of playing time, and you'll like it. It gets really good. And right here, this guy just wanted to have a square off with me, which didn't work out for him in the end. Now, the hardest part to get used to is this little, you'll see it right now, it's to the left of the turret. The little crosshair or aimer or whatever you want to call it. That's how you fire all your shots. So, like, when you're jumping around, if you leave it over there, you can't shoot nobody through the right side of you. You know what I'm saying? And you can see here how you have the little buying items thing. The items aren't too complex. You don't really have too many paths to go. You can be fast and tanky. That's usually what I do. I pick some speed, get some extra solar, and pick being able to take damage, and then just upgrade my abilities to hurt people. But, like, one thing that's really good to do is to get all your guys at the same guy at once, which, like I said, no one really calls that stuff out. But, like, see how we ran their biggest guy out that fast. Another con about the game is, I know I'm bouncing back and forth here, but I'm just talking to you guys as they're coming to me, is that you don't know, unless you pick, like, well, here's my team, I invited this guy to my party, blah, 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 etc., etc. Unless you pick that stuff, you don't know which Awesomenauts are going to be on your team. Because the way it starts is you're thrown into a lobby, and if you're not joining the game late, there's nothing saying who's picked who, and you just have to pick. And it's ridiculous because I don't even know who's on my team when I start playing. You know, we could have all 3 really fast shooty dudes, you know, but I guess that comes up with a bit of the seriousness issue. Well, not really issue. Lack of seriousness, I guess. I won't call it an issue that this game involves. But as you can see, like, I usually, like, lead my team in kills and stuff. I usually lead the team in deaths, too, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm not really one that's too far into the whole, you know, let's take for everything. Right here, that was excellent. Like, I didn't even think I had a chance at getting this guy. And right there, you see how my cursor got crossed up, and I ended up not being able to escape or go anywhere. Well, not really escape. Like, I couldn't aim at him because my cursor was on the other side of me, so when I was shooting, it went shooting at him. Like, right now, I got 9 kills. You know, that's a lot in this game mode. When you play it more, you'll notice it. Usually, I get 5-6 kills a game. Games usually last 15-20 minutes. But this game I did pretty good. I mean, I got a lot of last hits, but like if there was a damage stat, I'm sure I was up on that too. Although I had this guy, this expeditious guy or whatever, he was really good. And right there, I was trying to, I don't know what I was trying to do actually. And right there, you see what happens is the dude that hit me, he has a damage over time effect. And his damage over time almost got me. Right before it killed me, I escaped. I'm just running for my life right here. This guy's doing whatever he can to get me. And that guy's trying to hit me. And it's just really funny. Because now I'm going to act like I'm running that way. And I can't run that way. Because that turret will shoot me one time and I'll die. He's just chasing me down. Had a good old time running from this dude. Eventually I got away. I definitely shouldn't have made that. Like, a good player would have killed me there, so that's how I know that, you know, I'm still getting matched up with people who just started. Even though I guess technically I just started. And they also have a ranking system. I haven't quite figured out the ranking system yet. Mine says like up arrow 9 or something. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's bad, if it's good, if it's average. I don't know nothing about the ranking system. And there's nowhere I can go that tells me anything about it. It really upsets me because I feel like there should be like a thing that says, well, you're this close to being rank up 8 or rank up 10, whichever one's higher. You know, but sadly there's nothing. Now this expeditious guy, he did work this game. I was like, I don't know, he did really good. He did a lot of damage to a lot of people. And yeah, I'm still coughing. The key is to keep everything pushed. You want, you know, it's basic MOBA. You want to keep your minions past their minions closer to their towers, which in this case were turrets. Now this Celsius guy, he's awful. He just sits there and he allows us to time after time just like murder him. And right here he got on me hard, but once again, Wait, no, I think I die this time. No, I got away. Yeah, I get away. Barely, but I do get away because the damage over time wasn't fast enough. Which is a really big issue with that. I don't know his name, and I apologize for that. I promise by the next time I make a video, I'll have the game a little more under grasps. But that guy is like the most used Awesomenaut, I guess we're calling him, on the game. I'm not kidding. I don't play a game that doesn't have that dude. He sets up these little Pac-Man looking things with stems on them. I don't know what they're called. And it's ridiculous because they seriously just like, and right there's a double kill. That was amazing. But they seriously just like sit there and shoot at you, and they're so hard to kill. Like if I head to head with one of them, no one kills me. Which really, really sucks. I hate that. But beggars can't be choosers. And I would rather them to be using those little things than half these other abilities I see. And then this guy right here, he didn't really have a prayer. Me and this I don't know how to say his name. We just dominated them. And right here's their base. Now, unlike on Smite or something to where when you get to the base, you got to fight more. You got to fight a Titan and all kinds of stuff. Or how on League of Legends, you know, you got to fight extra minions and the people are coming back closer and all that stuff. This is just kind of there, you know. Once you break the two defending, what are they called? Turrets. I'm sorry. Once you break the two defending turrets, it's pretty much easily destroyed from there. And, like, as of right now, you can see everybody's already left. Which is not a bad thing because there's no penalty for leaving games. And there's no deserter, no nothing. You just leave the game and you get... Well, okay, I'll take that back. There is one penalty. It's on your experience to level up. Which, you know, is not a big deal. But that's the game. This is my first look at Awesomenauts. If you like it, let me know. If you want to see more videos, let me know.